I'm very honored really to be able to speak to you today about Kazi kwa ground, Kazi mtandaoni na Kazi Majuu. But because mimi ni PS wa Majuu, I'm going to speak largely about Kazi Majuu. Unemployment is probably one of the biggest concerns for this administration and for any government that has an extremely youthful population. For ours, the median age is 19 point something, almost 20. And the median age across this continent is 20. Unemployment and underemployment therefore becomes the single most important thing for us to address. And this administration's approach to addressing unemployment is three-pronged. Local jobs, jobs online, jobs in the diaspora. Or put in a much more catchy, exciting ways, Kazi kwa ground, Kazi mtandaoni na Kazi Majuu. Last year, we embarked on a process of building what is called the Global Labor Market Strategy. And the Global Labor Market Strategy is really GOK's approach to tackling this issue. We sat back and said, a global labor market exists. We have within the community of nations opportunities for Kenyans and other people to sell their talent and to work. But also within that global labor market are certain dangers and concerns. What then must a government such as ours do to respond both to the opportunities and to the hazards that we see within the global labor market? And we created then the Global Labor Market Strategy that sets out to do four things: to protect Kenyans who are working within the global labor market, to create the policy around the labor market, the global labor market, to regulate the space, and importantly, to facilitate Kenyans to do their best and to show up with their best foot forward within the global labor market. This is not new. Kenyans have been participating in the global labor market for a long time. What is different is that as a government, we said to ourselves, we have a responsibility to the now 4 million and growing Kenyans who live and work abroad to protect them better and to facilitate them better, to have laws and policies that structure that space. Many dangers and challenges are known about the global labor market, whether it be distress among domestic workers that is a lot of fodder for news very often, whether it is a stranded migrant who has lost their documents, whether it is abuses of human rights. These are things that are well known. And therefore, it is important for a government to step in and say, how can we protect our citizens in these spaces? The government, through the State Department for Diaspora Affairs, and really the Ministry of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, particularly within foreign jurisdictions, is charged with the responsibility to protect our citizens, and we do that in various ways. But as we say often, and to people who are looking for opportunities, security begins with you.
First, I am delighted to be here today to inaugurate the Jamhuri National Job Fair, which runs from today to 11th December 2024 at Kenyatta International Conference Center. This is a milestone that reflects our nation's unwavering commitment to creating opportunities for all Kenyans. As you are aware, Jamhuri Day, which is celebrated annually on the 12th of December, holds a special place in the hearts of our people as a symbol of independence and progress. This year's theme, jobs, labor, migration, entrepreneurship, and entertainment, resonates deeply with the aspirations of our nation. It underscores our resolve to harness the immense potential within our borders and beyond, unlocking avenues for growth through labor mobility, entrepreneurship, and the creative economy. The job fair, therefore, serves as a pivotal step in addressing unemployment, particularly among our youth. It is more than an event. It is a platform where job seekers can connect with employers, showcases government initiatives on job placement, and facilitates access to both local and global employment opportunities. Central to this initiative is our dedication to empowering the youth through entrepreneurship with a distinct focus on the creative economy. This year's emphasis on entertainment highlights its vital role in job creation and economic growth. Industries such as film, music, theater, and digital content creation are not just avenues of expression, but engines of opportunity for our youthful population. The government is steadfast in its commitment to fostering an environment where creativity thrives, innovation flourishes, and entrepreneurship takes root. It is prioritizing safe, regular, and orderly labor migration as a cornerstone of our strategy to unlock international opportunities to improve the livelihoods and secure a prosperous future for all Kenyans. Labor mobility is a powerful catalyst for individual empowerment and economic growth. We are resolute in ensuring that Kenyans access dignified and ethical job opportunities abroad, contributing meaningfully to national and global development. A key spotlight of this forum is the boundless potential of the digital economy, one of the fastest growing sectors globally. Leveraging technology, Kenyans can access digital jobs across diverse sectors such as IT, education, and marketing. The government reaffirms its commitment to equip our youth with the necessary digital skills and create an ecosystem that enables them to excel in this dynamic space. As we celebrate Jamhuri Day, let us recognize that this job fair is a gateway to transformative opportunities. It epitomizes the Kenya Kwanza government's pledge to reduce unemployment, empower our youth, and accelerate economic growth through inclusive and forward-looking policies. Beyond job placement, it features interactive sessions and exhibitions where participants can access valuable information on employment, skills development, and labor migration. We all know the Kiswahili phrase, kuuliza si ujinga. Just as simple as that. Kuuliza si ujinga. Madam has talked to you about the safety and the reliability of the people you engage with. Ladies and gentlemen, your lives matter. They matter so much to the country and more particularly to your families. So, there are risks everywhere, but the starting point is make sure your first port of call is a reliable placement agency. Tafadhali. Don't be excited too much, just be very focused. Kuuliza si ujinga. If you see that person ana kizungu kingi, then make sure you do some due diligence. After all, even you as young people, you always ask us as government, has the government done its due diligence when engaging in projects or programs? The way you ask us to do due diligence at the national level, you as an individual, before you board a plane, make sure you do your due diligence. It's important. The other thing that I think I should just put across to you is to quote our third president, Mzee Mwai Kibaki, When he took over, one of the things he used, a phrase that he used was, obey the law. I remember that was a very big headline. He said, obey the law. It is a very potent and powerful statement. So for those who are going to go out of the country to take up various assignments, particularly the young people, kwa sababu here we had what? Kwa ground, alafu Mutandaoni and Majuu. Please remember, the moment you have boarded that plane and you have left the Kenyan airspace and you land in whatever country, please now remember the law that applies is the law of that country. Kwa hivyo kama umezoea kukata kona kwa mipango yako hapa Kenya, tafadhali kumbuka ukifika kule, the moment you touch ground, the law in play ni sheria ya kule. Hamjuani na watu kule. So the only way to be proper is to obey the law. So please, as you seek these jobs and you move to the next destination, obey the law and be conscious of the law of the country that you go into. A critical component of this event is addressing the skills gap in our labor market. Collaboration between ministries, universities, technical and vocational training institutions, and other stakeholders is imperative to align educational outcomes with market demands. Various educational institutions, some of whom may be here today, exemplify the partnerships needed to achieve this vision. We also underscore the importance of inclusivity by addressing barriers faced by vulnerable groups, including youth, women, persons with disabilities, and marginalized communities. It is our collective responsibility to ensure no one is left behind. Let us commend all the ministries, departments, and agencies led by the State Department of Diaspora Affairs and the State Department for Labor and Skills Development for organizing this event. This is a true spirit of the whole of government approach. I encourage Cabinet Secretaries to ensure their portfolios contribute meaningfully to this endeavor, fostering partnerships with the private sector in key growth areas such as technology, entertainment, and the green economy. We have a great opportunity to showcase the industries driving Kenya's transformation. Let me conclude by underlining the government's commitment to empowering Kenyans through job creation, labor mobility, entrepreneurship, and the creative economy. It symbolizes our resolve to leverage technology and inclusivity to create a future where every citizen has the tools to succeed and contribute to our nation's prosperity. Together, we can make this initiative a resounding success that contributes to Kenya's socio-economic transformation and shared prosperity for all Kenyans. So, it is now my pleasure and honor to declare this Jamhuri Job Fair officially opened. God bless our great nation of Kenya, and as you have heard, the events will run and the climax will be the President having an open forum with citizens in this very place. Discipline is so important. We may have talked of some jobs outside, but we must also remember, and here I talk to you as somebody wa nyumbani kabisa. it is important that you project the right image for the country. Kenyans are broadly very well respected at all levels when they go out for jobs. And even here, you are good workers. But what attracts investment in a country? So that we can have more jobs. Because we know the majority of the jobs must be here in Kenya. The ones we get outside opportunities are fewer than those that must be generated here. So we must always ask ourselves, as a nation and as young people, what does it take to attract investment in this country? To safeguard the investment you have and to attract more investment so that we can have more jobs and more opportunities for our people. The most important thing is discipline. When people see that this is a disciplined nation that respects the rule of law, they are likely to say that that is where I'm going to have my manufacturing plant. That is where I'm going to have my ICT investment. That is where I'm going to do my farming. These are all very, very essential. It looks simple, but it is important. Kenya has done generally well because we have been quite stable, but we should not take it for granted. So let us make sure that we can always make sure that Kenya puts the whole aspect of a disciplined nation and a stable nation at the front for us to get investment here and create those jobs that we want. It's very, very important. Kwa hivyo, I want to tell the young people, the truth of the matter is that ukitaka kupanda mti, unaanzia chini. Hawaanzii juu. So let us not be fooled that perhaps the people we see there, we imagine that that is where they started. They never started there. The majority of them, I can tell you, the majority started at the base and systematically grew. And they became what they have become. You have that potential as young people. You can grow, take pride, be patient, but be persistent. And you shall succeed. Asanteni sana for this job week. Asante sana.